Hello, friends. I welcome you all to this virtual learning online platform. In this video, I would like to talk on Edna St. Vincent Millais, Ariel da Capo, a famous expressionist one-act play. I will try to provide you a brief summary of this play and then 25 multiple choice questions based on the play. Friends, Ariel da Capo is a one-act play. More particularly, it is called an expressionist morality play divided into three different parts. There are a few characters, those who play a crucial role in the development of the plot. You have two shepherds named Thyrsis and Corydon. There is an artist whose name is Pierre, a young woman named Columbine. In addition, you have a stage manager named Cothurnus, and then the Mask of the Tragedy. If you see the plot of the play, you will definitely admire the way it is treated by Edna St. Vincent Millais. Dressed as harlequins and sitting at a table, the artist Pierre and Columbine begin by caricaturing and commenting on the radical moments of the year. Then Cothurnus interrupts them so that the shepherds named Thyrsis and Corydon can come onto the stage and perform their pastoral scene. After the harlequins leave, Cothurnus prompts the shepherds, that is Thyrsis and Corydon, to build a wall that divides the stage into two territories. Then they discover that Thyrsis has all the water in his territory, and he refuses to allow Corydon's ship to drink water in his territory. Then what happens? Corydon discovers diamonds in his territory and feels himself very much fortunate that he has got such a treasure. Finally, Thyrsis finds a black root. And see the kind of villainy that he plays in the subsequent part of the play. But later, Thyrsis and Corydon had an agreement to trade a bowl of water for a bowl of diamonds. But later on, what happens? This thing goes on for some time, but later, Thyrsis poisons the water with the help of the black root, and Corydon strangles Thyrsis with a necklace of diamonds. And unfortunately, because of their villainy, both of them die simultaneously in the play. After the Cothurnus pushes the table over the bodies of these two and leaves Pierrot and Columbine return and make disparaging remarks about the corpses. The Harlequins take Cothurnus' offstage advice to use the tablecloth to hide the dead bodies of Corydon and Thyrsis, and then resume their dialogue on the stage. So this is how the play goes on, and we experience a play within a play. Actually, this is an expressionist morality play. It is presented in an one-act play. The plot of the play is quite limited to two different stories. That's why I said it is a play within a play. Now, let us look at the multiple choice questions based on Aria da Capo, written by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Question 1. Identify Edna St. Vincent Millay's plays. The options are A. Aria da Capo, B. Two Slatterns and a King, C. The Lamp and the Bell, D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question. Edna St. Vincent Millay's Aria da Capo is, the options are a one-act play, B. Expressionist morality play, C. Divided into three parts, D. All of the above. The correct option is option D, all of the above. Next question. What is expressionism? The options are A. Expressionism is a modernist movement initially in poetry and painting, originating in Northern Europe around the beginning of the 20th century. B. Its typical trait is to present the world solely from a subjective perspective. C. It distorts radically for emotional effect in order to evoke moods or ideas. D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question. How is the structure of the play Aria da Capo? The options are a play within a play. B, play has a tragic plot. C, has two plots. D, all are correct. The correct answer is option D, all are correct. Next question. Who are the characters in the play Aria da Capo? The options are A, Thyrsis and Corydon, young shepherds. B, Pierrot and an artist, and Columbine, a young woman. C, Cothurnus, stage manager. D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question. Who interrupts Pierrot and Columbine in order to bring the shepherds on the stage and perform their pastoral scene? The options are A, Cothurnus, B, Thyrsis, C, Corydon, D, none of the above. The correct option is option A, Cothurnus. Next question. The play Aria da Capo begins with, the options are A, Pierrot and Columbine are sitting at a table. B, Pierrot and Columbine are dressed as harlequins. C, Pierrot and Columbine caricaturing the bohemian types. D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question. Who are the shepherds in the play? The options are A, Pierrot, B, Columbine, C, Cothurnus, D, Thyrsis and Corydon. The correct answer is option D, Thyrsis and Corydon. What is pastoral? The options are A, pastoral lifestyle is that of shepherds herding livestock. B, a genre of literature, art and music. C, it depicts pastoral life in an idealized manner. D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. What is harlequinade? The options are harlequinade is a British comic theatrical genre. B, a part of pantomime in which the harlequin and clown play the principal parts. D, developed in England between the 17th and mid-19th centuries. D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. After the harlequins leave the stage, Cothurnus prompts the shepherds, Thyrsis and Corydon. The options are to sing a song, to make a dance, to build a wall that divides the stage into two territories. D, to leave the stage. The correct answer is option C, to build a wall that divides the stage into two territories. Next question. What does the shepherd discover in their respective territories after the division? The options are A, Thyrsis discovers that he has all the water. B, Corydon discovers diamonds in his territory. C, Thyrsis and Corydon discover that they have both water and diamond available in their territories. D, option A and B are correct. The correct answer is option D. A and B are correct. Next question. After discovering the water in the territory, who refuses to allow other shepherd's sheep to drink water? Options are A. Corydon, B. Thyrsis, C. Cothurnus, D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Thyrsis. Next question. What did Thyrsis find in his territory in addition to water? The options are black root, B. White root, C. Red root, D. None of the above. The correct option is option A. Black root. Next question. What was the agreement between Corydon and Thyrsis? The options are A. They agreed to exchange their territory. B. They agreed to trade a bowl of water for a bowl of diamonds. C. They agreed to live together happily. D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. They agreed to trade a bowl of water for a bowl of diamonds. Next question. What was the trick played by Thyrsis? The options are A. Thyrsis poisons the water with the root. B. Thyrsis strangles Corydon with a necklace of diamonds. C. Thyrsis suspends the agreement. D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Thyrsis poisons the water with the root. Next question. What was the trick played by Corydon? The options are A. Corydon strangles Thyrsis with a necklace of diamonds. B. Corydon poisons the water with root. C. Corydon suspends the agreement. D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Corydon strangles Thyrsis with a necklace of diamonds. Next question. What is the culmination of the tricks played by Thyrsis and Corydon? The options are A. They die simultaneously. B. They live happily then onwards. C. They got into a relationship. D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. They die simultaneously. Who pushes the table over the bodies of Thyrsis and Corydon and leaves the stage? The options are A. Cothurnus, B. Pyrrhus, C. Columbine, D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Cothurnus. Next question. After the death of Thyrsis and Corydon, who returns and makes disparaging remarks about the corpses? The options are A. Ghosts of Thyrsis and Corydon, B. Pyrrhus and Columbine, C. Cothurnus, D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Pyrrhus and Columbine. Next question. What is the final offstage advice of Cothurnus? The options are A. To use the tablecloth to hide the bodies. B. Resume their dialogues. C. A and B are correct. D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. The option A and option B are correct. Next question. The dialogue, especially between the shepherds in the play, Aria da Capo is mostly, the options are in blank verse in iambic meter, B, in blank verse in pentameter, C, in blank verse in hexameter, D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, in blank verse in iambic meter. Next question. What is the theme of the play Aria da Capo? The options are: the naturally innocent shepherds develop distrust, egotism, and violence. B, shaping of internal conflicts. C, theme of deception. D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question. Whose dialogues are dignified in the play Aria da Capo? The options are A, Cothernus, B, Pierrot, C, Columbine, D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, Cothernus. Next question. Who speaks in shorter units with a smaller number of run-on lines and with a more colloquial vocabulary in the play Aria da Capo? The options are A, Cothernus, B, Pierrot, C, Columbine, D, the Harlequins. The correct answer is option D, the Harlequins. So these are the 25 questions based on Millet's Aria da Capo. Thank you very much.